probably know, this month, Marvel and Netflix drop a new series, Iron Fist, based on the adventures of Danny Rand, who was orphaned during an expedition to Tibet, taken in by the monks of Kunlun, who then trained him in the martial arts until he mastered the powerful Iron Fist technique. As an adult, he returns to civilization, takes over his father's business, becomes a colorful costumed crime fighter, and enters a lifelong bromance with Luke Cage.
Writer Roy Thomas cites the Centaur comics character Amazing Man as an influence on the creation of Iron Fist, and in fact a version of Amazing Man has appeared in modern Iron Fist stories in the form of the character Prince of Orphans. He too is an orphan raised by Tibetan monks who trained him to perform great feats, and that's all well and good, but the real influence on Iron Fist was the pop culture atmosphere of the time.
Iron Fist was created in the 1970s during a period when America was obsessed with Kung Fu, thanks largely to movies imported from Hong Kong, such as those starring Bruce Lee. It was during this same period we were introduced to such comic greats as Shang-Chi, The Sons of the Tiger, DC's Karate Kid, and Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting, but as crazy as the Kung Fu craze of the 1970s was, it was just a flashier repeat of the jiu-jitsu craze of the 1940s.
That's me, the female commando, and did I have to study those jiu-jitsu holds? The Scarlet Avenger uses a little jiu-jitsu. Little exercise I needed anyway. Jiu-jitsu is a snap for beautiful Sally O'Neill. Well, this werewolf doesn't know much about jiu-jitsu.
But while movies had the largest influence on the martial arts craze of the 70s, in the 40s it had more to do with the general fascination with Far Eastern culture that Americans had at the time. Especially since jiu-jitsu and judo, which were seen as somewhat exotic, were now being used by American soldiers and police officers. It seemed like any comic book crime fighter who didn't have superpowers had some training in judo or jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu comes in handy too. We'll take up jiu-jitsu next, Professor. Everything will come in handy.
Yes, Dash the Avenger, they certainly will come in handy. I mean, it seems like you can't fight crime at all without a jiu-jitsu lesson or two. And luckily, for that, we had the Black Cat.
Bored by Hollywood's make-believe, screen star Linda Turner becomes the Black Cat to fight the grim schemes of a suspected Nazi agent.
With judo. Linda Turner, the Black Cat, was a Hollywood stuntwoman/actress who rode motorcycles and fought crime in her bathing suit. Now, of course, as a movie star in the 1940s, she was familiar with all forms of combat, which at that point in time was boxing, judo, and sucker punching.
But being the swell gal she is, she taught us, the readers, to defend ourselves from angry business ladies, aggressive cab drivers, men with ingrown toenails, and other potential dangers to our person, even if you're being attacked by an angry baseball player.
Well, I know what you're saying, Patrick. These are all characters who know jiu-jitsu, but these are not characters who are about jiu-jitsu. Kung Fu is Iron Fist's theme, but jiu-jitsu isn't the Black Cat's theme. Sexy, sexy, sexiness is the Black Cat's theme. Well, right you are. But whatever the Black Cat couldn't teach you, well then.
Hi there, I'm Joe Smith, a sophomore at Mid-City High. Most everybody calls me Judo Joe. Judo Joe was an early example of a strictly martial arts-based hero, premiering in 1953. He wasn't a costumed crime fighter, but he did use judo to defend others, and like the Black Cat, his comic featured martial arts lessons, although his were a bit more not insane.
But if his lessons were tamed, his adventures were action-packed, or flipping-packed. They were packed full of flipping, but now you're saying, hey, a guy who knows judo is not the same as a kick-ass kung fu action hero like Iron Fist. Alright, you want me to bring it? I'm bringing it.
Karate, jiu-jitsu, kung fu. Holder of judo's highest honor, the coveted black belt.
Judomaster premiered in 1965, almost a decade before Iron Fist. And I know you're thinking, okay, that makes him a Silver Age hero, and this is called Golden Age Influences, and shut up, it's just a title.
Rip Jagger was an American soldier in World War II who saved the life of the daughter of a mysterious sensei and was in turn trained to be a master of martial arts. He returned to the army and, as the brightly costumed Judomaster, helped the U.S. battle the Japanese in the South Pacific.
Judomaster had a healthy run in Charlton Comics until that company went out of business, was eventually purchased by DC Comics, who still periodically makes use of the character or at least his name to this day. And of course, the popularity of judo gave rise to the popularity of kung fu. Kung fu gave birth to Iron Fist, and Marvel brought Iron Fist to Netflix, and that is Iron Fist's Golden Age influence.
Now, more than ever, now for perhaps the very first time, you are Iron Fist. I once took lessons in jiu-jitsu.